Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Academy on Air. This week we'll be discussing mobile shopping strategy, and my name's Margot. I was an account strategist for the agency team for the last 2 years. I've since recently moved on to our product side, so let's begin. So, the first thing I want you to realize with shopping is this next question. Can a shopper check out on your mobile site in less than 90 seconds? Now, for some important numbers. Did you know that 40% of all users will abandon a site that takes longer than 2 seconds to load? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, they're gone. So, some important more metrics. We've seen a 160% year-over-year increase in mobile shopping traffic, specifically over the holidays. 33% of all retail purchases in the UK happen online. And we've seen a 5% decrease in time per mobile session. So, what does this mean for you? Let's see what shopping ads look like on mobile. So, in today's age, we have grown accustomed to the swiping lifestyle. As such, we're able to swipe through products on our scrollable carousel. You can see that on the slide. This is shown above the ads on mobile, displaying the product with the image and the price in a prominent position. 150% more of shopping ads reach mobile shoppers than last year because of this mobile ad unit. And the first 2 shopping positions usually drive around a 3x higher click-through rate. Next, we're going to go into deep product info. So on the left-hand side, we can see our product mobile card. And what this is shoppers often want more detailed information about the product that they're searching. So when you specifically search on your smartphone or tablet, we show an expandable product card. And what this shows is reviews and details. Now let's dive into an example. Let's say I search for the Nexus 10. The results will show of the image of the product along with merchants where I can buy the product, such as the tablet, along with detailed information and the product reviews from customers. This is, however, only available in the United States. To the right-hand side, we see Google Wallet Instant Buy. This helps facilitate with an easier checkout on smartphones to make sure that all shoppers can use any payment method that suits them. Instant Buy with Google Wallet provides a frictionless checkout experience for any shoppers with Google Wallet. You might be asking, how do I get to this? If after this presentation you check out our developer site, just search Android Pay and instructions are below. Now, for the mobile shopping experience, we'll start with local inventory ads. This lets shoppers know that you have an item within driving distance. This is huge. This positions you well over having an advantage of online competitors that can't immediately deliver products. Why wait 48 hours when I can simply drive 8.5 miles? This has led to a 2 percentage point increase in click-through rate for ads that include this. Requirements for this may vary, but we should focus on that all of your stores need to have a Google My Business page, as well as having a software on your side that keeps up-to-date inventory product feeds. Now for showcase shopping ads. This is for upper funnel queries like furniture and women's athletic clothing. For these type of broad queries, we show a card for each merchant rather than the specific individual product. For instance, it's summertime. I need some new dresses. I may not know what specific brand of dresses I'd like to go for, so I'll do a Google search of summer dresses. And then by clicking on a card, it shows an immersive page that reveals more information about the brand and a preview of the products that they carry. This is only available on the AdWords Next platform. So, win the sale, optimize your M-site and deep link ad. And again, that important question I asked you to remember and ask yourself at the beginning of this presentation is, how long does it take for a customer to check out on your website? 90 seconds is really the benchmark that we're aiming for. We're going to walk through a few ways to reduce the time that it takes for your customers to purchase from their mobile phone. So the first one is this tool right now, Test My Site. If this does not look familiar to you, I recommend that you visit this site after that we're done. The website specifically is testmysite.withgoogle.com. And this is a great way for you to see how Google actually sees how mobile-friendly your test is, and it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to improve the back end. Now, a few points that we can discuss for M-site optimization, specifically having to do with product landing pages. So we want to help our customers find what they're looking for, starting with a delivering on a landing page for the product that they're picking. So again, this first starts with directing our shoppers to the right place and updating the redirects to make sure that our website knows that they're coming from a smartphone. We don't want these silly ads blocking any of the features, so we do not recommend using interstitial ads. And we want our images to be high resolution because I don't know about you, but when I'm doing online shopping, I like to see what the product looks like. Multiple images is a key plus that we highly recommend because one angle just doesn't show off that summer dress. And then we want easy navigation if I need to look for alternate sizes and colors through drop-down menus. And we want clear confirmation that once we've ordered the product, it's in our cart. Now, for the checkout process. As a customer, I can't tell you that this is one of the most agonizing experiences is when I found that great summer dress that I'm ready to buy and the checkout process takes forever. So here are a few steps that we can do to make sure that it's as easy and painless as possible. So step one, we want to provide an obvious option to check out as a guest. If I'm just a one-time customer, I don't want to have to tell you my top 15 questions about who I am as a person in order just to buy your product. This helps promote signups for an account and helps with registration. Step two is minimize the content on the checkout page. You can do this by removing the header and footer content and menus. And again, we really recommend you in guest mode offer third-party payment options to make it as easy and painless, frictionless as we can. Step four, we want to make it as easy for your customer to enter payment details. I would say my biggest pet peeve when on my cell phone device is when I'm going in on the number pad and I'm trying to type in my zip code, but it's still in the alpha spots where the numbers are on the top. So it's small things like this that make the process of checking out and spending money with our customers just painless and easy that will make customers wanting to come back and spend more with you. Step five, we want to instill confidence with trusted logos and seals. So if you've partnered with any business programs, I would put them on your website. As well, we want to give clear confirmation that the order has been placed. We've gone through all of the work of getting them to buy it and put it in the cart, and I've just filled out this form. I just need a tap of insurance that I've done well as a customer and that my product is on the way. And again, we want to allow items in the cart to be saved for maybe times that I'm not ready to buy now, but when I come back to your website, there's those pair of shoes that I was looking at earlier, I'm more willing to buy them. So again, going to the autocomplete tags for saved user credentials, if a website knows who I am and already has all of my information, including credit cards, it's dangerous and deadly, but effective. So when I'm searching for that summer dress and the website already has my Visa card ready to go, I am that much more willing to buy the pair of shoes right then and there if I don't have to go downstairs to find my wallet. Now, for the customers that have apps, we recommend deep linking. And this is for people who are invested in the mobile apps. Deep linking increases app re-engagement and may also improve overall mobile conversion rates. And what it does is, as a customer, if I click on your ad, it will redirect me either to the app or the website, depending on if I've downloaded your app. For instance, let's say on Target, I've downloaded and I have the Target app saved. Everything is a one-click process, so you can make that purchase even easier and less timely. Now, moving kind of into the AdWords side. Once we've done all of this back-end insurance that we can capture customers on our mobile sites, we want to make sure that we're able to count each conversion that's actually happening on a mobile device. How do we do this? We're going to use CrossDevice Conversions and total conversions to attribute mobile-driven conversions accurately. How do we do this, you might ask? So we're going to just make sure to add the columns CrossDevice Conversion to our columns button. I don't know about you, but with all of the columns out there, we want to make sure that we're looking at the right information. Now, we want to opt our products into being mobile. So what this means is that we're going to apply a mobile bid modifier or bid adjustment at the campaign or ad group level. This works, and as you can see on the slide, mobile devices for this example has a 25% bid adjustment on it. And let's say that our product group level has a dollar bid on it, and we've put a 20% bid adjustment on it. The total bid that we're willing to spend for an ad auction is $1.20. Now, I don't know about you, but this Dimensions tab holds a lot of information, but sometimes we don't always know how to effectively use it. So this is one report that I'm going to highly recommend that you look at within your AdWords accounts. You can download the product listing report and segment by device to understand which products have a higher conversion rate on mobile, and then we can optimize towards these goals. You can segment and do all sorts of things. For instance, let's say that we're an office supply retailer, and you notice that notebooks, envelopes, pens, and other stuff, such as smaller items, convert better on mobile devices. We can then break these items out from the broad group and then put a higher mobile bid adjustment on them. Just beware of overlapping your bids when setting up multiple ad groups. We can also use geo-targeting and ad scheduling modifiers, which is another great way to optimize your mobile bid adjustments. For instance, going back to our example, let's say we're in New York City. It's around 5 p.m. on weekdays. Traffic's starting to pick up. And what do you do when you're waiting in line for subway? You're on your cell phone. And what a great time to increase our mobile bid adjustments when people are more likely to be on their cell phones and waiting and buying. So when people are commuting home for work, this is a great time to increase your visibility. So combine geo-targeting with ad scheduling modifiers with your mobile bid adjustments to ensure that we're capturing the best top performing locals during peak traffic days. Now let's jump into a topic, remarketing lists for search, specifically for shopping ads. Think of RLSA like a bid adjustment for past visitors. Why not add it to all of your campaigns if you're already running on search? So going back to these nifty percentages of why we should be doing it. 96% of all customers will leave a website without converting. 70% abandon their shopping carts without purchasing, and 49% of people say it takes typically 2 to 4 sites before purchasing. Why not use these signals from your site with remarketing lists to know who's going to purchase, remarket to them, and make sure that they end up putting that summer dress in their cart and ending up paying for it? How do we implement this? Go specifically to your shopping campaign within the AdWords segment. Go into the remarketing list and just add remarketing lists for search. We can apply the same bid adjustment like we would on any regular search campaign. So we want to use remarketing lists for PLAs to increase impression share for shoppers on your audience lists. We can start with a free zero-risk test. So we plug your remarketing lists into all existing shopping campaigns with the 0% bid adjustment. I like to call this the testing phase. We normally recommend 2 weeks for this. You can actually see of your RLSA lists which of those users are more likely to have a higher conversion rate as well as click-through rate, clicks, and impression share on your shopping. And at this point, we're actually not doing anything, we're just capturing information. Once we realize what is working, we can then make it truly a remarketing play and increase our mobile bid adjustments, or increase the remarketing bid adjustments, my bad. And we see on average a 35% decrease on our CPAs for conversions when using remarketing lists on our shopping campaigns. As well, we see an uplift of around 10% for our conversions when people are layering remarketing lists on top of the shopping campaigns. One last note that I want to lead with is that customer match for shopping helps you strengthen connections with your known customer base and helps you forge new relationships on search via your product listing ads. Your online and offline data is used to reach your customers on any device and across mindsets. So with the things to consider section, we have a special guest, and I'd like to introduce him now. His name's Jose, and he's joining us as a product expert specifically for shopping. Hey, Jose.
Hey, Margot. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Pleasure to be here.
So We have a few questions for the audience that we'd like to maybe get your thoughts on. I think the first one that we have here is, what's the highest bid adjustment that you can set for all devices?
For mobile in particular?
Yes.
For mobile, it's all the way up to 900, plus 900%. That's the
Wow,
highest.
that's high.
But it's a great way to really see where you're getting the most value. And we allow you to be able to increase all the way to 900 to make sure at the end of the day that you're bidding to value.
Perfect. Next question. When should I start thinking about shopping readiness, holiday readiness in terms of shopping?
You got to start thinking about it today. So the holiday season is just around the corner. And I think right now is a really good time to start thinking about your strategy, thinking about mobile, thinking about a couple things that you mentioned about your checkout, whether it's optimized. The less click, the better. And speed also wins, Margot.
Perfect. What recommendations do you have around RLSA and shopping for the holiday season?
So one thing about RLSA, like you mentioned, I think it's a great opportunity to just start testing and also start thinking about what audience lists are you going to have? Who are your audience? Who do you want to target? Start building those lists in Google Analytics or using the Google Tag Management.
Perfect. Now, how would you say advertisers are measuring the value of local inventory ads?
So that's why it's really important to have like offline conversion. And I think like local inventory has a really good value when you think about your hyper-local strategy. For example, the other day, for this training, I was trying to buy a shirt. And I look on my mobile device. I saw that Target had a shirt color that I had even before I went to the store.
Wow.
So that's amazing.
And are you more likely as a consumer to go buy it from Target where it's a 5-minute drive than having to wait like 48 hours?
Yes, I really do. Like I need it for today. I was thinking about this yesterday. So great opportunity to just go to Target locally 5 minutes away and buy this shirt for today's presentation.
Perfect. And then how correctly transformed feed from Google Merchant Centers to dynamic remarketing? Can we talk about a bit of how dynamic remarketing works for Google Shopping?
Yeah, so you could use your existing feed for dynamic remarketing, especially if you have products. It's just a good match. We do have some resources online. If you do have a Google strategist, feel free to reach out to them. We do have a team here that is willing to help them out to set them correctly and make sure that you're ready for success for the holiday season.
Perfect. And kind of going back to just overall strategy, I've done everything on the back end that I can do to make sure that for the customer perspective, shopping is easy. What would you recommend as first steps if I've just started with shopping?
The first step is one thing that wasn't covered today, but I think it's really important, is the feed. So making sure that you address any errors, messages that you're seeing on the feed. And the goal there is to bring as many products as you can live. That would be sort of the first thing that I will recommend. When you think about your campaign, one thing is always good to have all product category. At least start off with that and just get the data that you need. And you can use some of the information that you mentioned about the mobile performance, looking at dimensions tab in AdWords to really understand where are you getting the most value for the investment that you're making in AdWords.
Perfect. Well, I think that's all the time that we have today about mobile shopping. Thank you for joining this week's Academy on Air.
Thank you, Margot, for inviting me.
Thanks, Jose.
Bye.
Bye.